There was a lot to unpack. So let's go ahead and break this down really quick one by one. So we go ahead and make this clear, because what I just read, and hopefully what you guys took away, is horrific. But let's go ahead and explain this paragraph right here, because this is very important. This is very fucked up, but it's very important. So essentially, during the 2008 housing market crash, right, a lot of people lost their homes. Housing prices dropped. A lot of people use real estate as an investment tool, and to know that your house is flipped upside down, people couldn't afford it, so people were evicted from their homes. They lost their homes, credit tanked, lost jobs. It was a really nasty thing. And he was essentially actively targeting people, trying to get them for $48 for only 3 months, by the way. $48 was only for 3 months to try and attempt to get you started. And I'm assuming what happens after that is then they try and hard sell you the $497 package, which is essentially the $500 package, which includes coupons, CDs, and sales tips. Again, that's very vague, and I cannot see a time where that's worth $500 ever, but okay. Looks like the products did not change. So nothing changed. He just slapped his little Trump little crest on there or whatever on the skincare line and just called it a day. And then, now this is what really angers me reading this. Like the money thing, the $500 package, that pisses me off. What also angers me quite a bit is the whole Trump created a scientific advisory committee to evaluate the products sold by the company. Now, something I covered in my Young Living video, and something I also covered in doTERRA, and I think it's just because doTERRA is specifically on my mind right now since it's the most recent MLM video I put out like yesterday or whatever. Both of those companies created these kinds of scientific boards, you know, and created these labels, these gold standards for how they evaluate their products. So they can go, oh yes, well our oil is certified therapeutic grade something or another. But when I went and looked into those labels to see how are those things certified, that they're fake and they mean nothing because it's owned by that company. So they create the label. So of course they're going to approve it. You know what I mean? So this is the same shit. So Trump creates a scientific advisory board to evaluate the products sold by the company. All that really means is his board can be paid however the fuck he wants it to be paid. This is technically a skincare line. This is technically Trump's skincare MLM. Like, fucking bananas. Things I did not think I'd be reading today. And here's what's funny too, right? It's the Bath & Body Works aromatherapy lotions, right? Because I'm not against aromatherapy. So it's the Clarity scent, which is peppermint and rosemary lotion. Love it, and whatever. It has natural essential oils, so the peppermint and rosemary are supposed to be natural essential oils. That's fine, because it smells good, right? It smells good, and the lotion makes my hands soft. I don't believe that this lotion is suddenly going to cure my fucking depression, okay? That's the difference. Now, what essentially this means is Trump can have his skincare products and then say that all the products were reviewed and approved by a scientific board, right? And he's not lying, right? The statement is not a fucking lie. However, he controls the board. So of course he can essentially pay them enough money to say whatever they need to say, run the studies however they need to say, or whatever the studies need to do in order to have those approvals. And then it's marketed to a consumer that it's approved by a scientific board. And that's how that goes. So that angers me with the scientific committee thing. And then also registering the internet domains, including the fraud, Ponzi scheme. It almost is like a precursor that he knew something was going to happen. Like he knew something fucked up was going to go on. Like I hate that shit. Like that's disgusting to me. Kiki also says it gets worse. ACN used a payment system called Sphere, who also charges a monthly fee based on the amount you sell. So everything through ACN. Cool. So according to Kingy, what he's also dug up is that ACN, which is the other MLM that Trump was a part of, this bullshit right here, the $550 fucking dollars a year thing, they apparently also used a system called Sphere, which also charges a monthly amount. So now you're paying more than $550 a year to sell. Do you guys see how we started and how does this advertise this bitch? What is it? Oh, it's only $199 plus $25 a month, right? You go $225 for your first month. Like that's not too bad. But now we're towering over $600 a year, where originally this looks like $200 a year. Bullshit. Absolute fucking bullshit. Bubbly Mocha Tea. Donald Trump's fraught history with Native Americans continues to resonate here. I'm sorry, what? In 2000, as the expanding Native American casino industry in upstate New York threatened his own gambling interests in New Jersey, the businessman took aim at the St. Regis Mohawk tribe. Trump recently spent $1 million on local newspaper adverts that portrayed the tribe as organized criminals and cocaine pushers. Under a photograph of syringes and lines of powder ran the question, are these the new neighbors we want? What the freaking frecks? What? This is just a big what? I'm not even surprised at this point. This is so much bullshit right now. This rabbit hole just continues to get worse, to be totally fucking honest. This is insane. So that's what upset me about this whole thing, is there's a whole bunch of just planning for misinformation in this paragraph, and it drives me bananas, to be totally honest. This doesn't make any fucking sense whatsoever. Do you get, like, maybe it's just me, but it's ridiculous. As of March 2010, Trump Network products were available in each US state with plans to expand to other countries. By then, the company had relocated to a larger building in Massachusetts. The company had previously been headquartered in Massachusetts still. That's worthless. Oh, I'm sorry. This is not Trump's skincare line. This was Trump's multivitamins. I hate this so much. So as of January 2011, the Trump Network had plans to add additional products and expand to Europe and Asia, while Trump hoped for the company to ultimately become larger than Amway, its largest, you stupid fucks. Sorry. So the DiCaprio, who I believe is their CEO or whatever, when he was addressing claims that salespeople said that they were not earning money with the company, he said, many times, if people aren't having success in recruiting, it has to do with not believing in themselves. So again, an issue here is if they aren't having success in recruiting, it was not success in sales, right? Because, again, where's the pyramid scheme definition? Enrolling others into a scheme rather than supplying investments or sale of products. And we're going to go back to this one. Success in recruiting. Interesting again. Am I right? I think this is a little sus. So yeah, so again, this is about success in recruiting, and they mention nothing about the whole selling the product thing, the vitamins. So Trump stated, this is supposed to be a second income for people. This is not about them quitting their job, though for some of them it might lead to that. In late 2011, Trump's licensing contract with the company ended, and Bioseutica purchased the Trump Network's assets in early 2012 for an undisclosed amount of money, marking the end of the company. So that's how it ended. We went down a totally different rabbit hole. I'm gonna have to back us back up into ACN in a moment now, but I'm not done with this Trump Network MLM. We're not done now. I literally did not realize we're dealing with two fucking MLMs at the same time. This is like ridiculous. I really think there should be a video on ACN as well. Like, as I'm looking at this, ACN is pretty fucking shit. Here's apparently their big products that they were known for in the Trump Network. I guess his like first MLM. So as of 2011, the Trump Network offered two multivitamins, Prime Essentials and Custom Essentials, the latter being more expensive. Custom Essentials used a urinalysis test known as a private test to determine the vitamins required by each customer. At the time, Trump Network also offered children's health snacks known as Snazzle Snacks, as well as a quick stick energy drink and a diet program known as Silhouette Solutions. After Trump became involved, the company added a line of skincare products known as BioC Cosmeticeuticals. Okay, that's why I was getting confused. So it really is vitamins and skincare. As of July 2017, the private test was still available via Bioceutica's website. Some nutritional experts noted there was no evidence that the vitamins provided any benefits to people who consumed them. They also criticized the private test, stating that no urine test can reveal whether a person has a vitamin deficiency. The Harvard University doctor Peter Cohen considered the private test to be a scam and calling it a bogus program to make profit for people who are selling it. It's fantasy. I would not eat anything called Snazzle Snacks, especially spelled the way it is. That looks like a name for like ecstasy or something, and I'm not in the mood for it. Not in the mood. Yeah, Trump skincare is probably not a good idea, or maybe he should have given it to like Rudy so his face wouldn't fucking melt at that one press conference, but hey, whatever. But we'll move on. Kingy says the UK version of ACN website claims the fee to become an IBO is €400, nearly 500 as well. Fucking hell, it's even worse if you're European. Ridiculous. Was this born from the Trump camp, or did they just get attached to it? So ACN, they were apparently paid for ACN, and it looks like for the other MLM, for the Trump Network, it looks like he actively like went after this. Look, it has its own little logo and everything. So the products they sold were vitamins, energy drinks, and skincare. So it looks like the owners, Lou DiCaprio, that's who it is, not the actor. So yeah, that was the deal with that. So yeah, so let's go back to this now that the Trump Network has been, my mind is unhappy with this information, just to be totally honest. So let's go back to ACN. Now ACN, as we kind of were going over, is probably the most boring MLM like fucking ever. So ACN is a North American based multi-level marketing company which provides telecommunications, energy, merchant services, and other services depending on your country. So here's what I saw, which was interesting, was they have all these legal cases. And you know, when you are posting your legal cases on Wikipedia, like I know something done happen, because some MLMs hide this. They edit this and hide this. So they have, let's see, legal cases in 2002, 2010, and 2019. This is apparently the one that spurred on the article that I found that got me interested in this topic in the first place. So that's where we are on that. Let me go ahead and take a look really quick at some of the stuff Kingy found as well. So this is apparently Sphere. Welcome to ACN support. Oh my goodness. What is this? This is horrific. Oh my god. Oh, this is so much bullshit. If I'm running a business from my home, am I a serious target for hackers? Yo, do you just ever hate people? Do you just ever hate people? Oh, my end of month fees are too high. What is, okay, I think these are about the fees. Okay, so a minimum monthly fee. So this is an additional fee. So Sphere is who processes all ACN payments. Okay, so a minimum monthly fee is charged for the discount portion of your fees if you process little to no dollar volume in the course of a month. As an example, if you were to process $500 in sales during the month and your discount rate is 1.69%, your discount fees would be $8.45. If your monthly minimum fee was $10, you would have to process at least 600 to exceed the $10 minimum. If you don't meet or exceed the monthly minimum discount, you are charged the stated minimum amount. What the fuck? So here's what this means. So Sphere is who does all the processing payments for ACN. So every time you are purchasing an ACN product, you are renewing your fees with ACN, or someone is using your products and getting charged getting charged for the ACN products they purchased from you, the supposed Hunbot, there's a combined monthly minimum fee that's being charged by them. So additionally, it looks like this is something like $10 a month. Yeah. So it looks like there's additionally a minimum or around a $10 a month charge to be able to process payments. So now we're at $49 a year. I apologize. The $200 a year. So it's $25 a month plus a $10 a month looks like minimum monthly fee. And I say that being the minimum because most people in a multi-level marketing scheme are not able to even hit the minimum balances needed to get those kinds of discounts. So I'm going to say with the vast majority of people not making enough money, that means that they would get charged the $10 fee. So we've got a $10 fee plus the $25 monthly fee. So $35 a month, which calculator? So now we're at the $10 monthly payment fee for the Sphere thing, plus the $25 a month running fee is $35 a month. So now we multiply that by 12. And so that makes $420 nice dollars a year that they spend on just being able to maintain their payment processing system and whatever other associated stupid ACN fees there are. Then we add on the $200 startup annual fee, and then we add the $49 renewal fee. So now every Hunbot, as we're learning, just to exist, and these are for the American ones because apparently if you're in Europe it's charging even more, just to have the opportunity to sell ACN, not even selling anything yet, there's no promise of any money coming out of this, $669 a year. So now let's multiply that by the 300,000 active Hunbots. And now let's see what is the percentage of income that this company makes. So now times 300,000, $200.7 million a year. Let's go back to the new 100 list. ACN, 700 million. Divide that by 700 million. And now 28.6% of ACN's income. Now we are over a quarter. So more than 25% of that 700 million is made from processing fees of Huns. So when nearly 30% of your company now, we're getting closer to it went from 20% was the surface level number. Now we are nearing a third of the company's income is based off of Huns. It has nothing to do with the sale of products or of services or even recruitment. This is literally just the bare minimum. That's mind-blowingly horrific. That is not okay.